We had a hair angle next. Did they add a hair versus hair stipulation I'm not aware of?
I have not seen anything about that since Raw aired last night, no.
Okay, well, Bianca Belair does a promo. And obviously, her long, magnificent ponytail is a weapon that she uses in her matches, and she gets the crack and the whole 9 yards. She's doing a promo. I'm barely paying attention because I don't really particularly care. But here comes Becky Lynch. And she jumps Bianca Belair, and they get in a fight, and Becky Lynch ends up hitting Bianca Belair with a chair. And nobody's trying to stop this. They're just, Bianca was in the ring all alone. Suddenly, Lynch shows up. There's no referees. There's no security. There's no Pierce, DeVille, whatever the case. Becky Lynch gets a pair of scissors to cut off Bianca Belair's ponytail because that's going to rob her of a lethal weapon that she uses. And I understand this, right? She gets the scissors out and she goes to cut the ponytail. Now, referees come to ringside. So apparently before, when they were bashing each other with a chair, felonious assault is okay, but don't touch the hair. But the referees come to ringside, and they're standing there on the floor, waving their hands, going, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't. If you're robbing a fucking bank, do the cops stand out on the street and go, no, please don't do that? Or do they come in and attempt to stop you? So, as the referees are waving their hands, Bianca Belair comes out from under Becky Lynch, picks her up, and gives her her big fucking whoop-de-doo finish. And as she gives it to her again. And then she takes forever. And should I? Why, I oughta. I might do it. I see those scissors. I'm not sure I should. That type of thing.
Don't blame her, though. You know that's the kind of thing they tell people to do.
Well, yes, they're telling her to do it, and she's doing it. They're all to blame. Meanwhile, there are male referees standing at ringside, not even getting in the ring, when now, what would happen? Let's say it's the WNBA. And these two girls have had a beef, and one of them's down, and the other one grabs a pair of scissors. You know, I don't know if I'm going to stab you or cut your hair off. Would the referees intervene?
Well, I'm pretty sure there'd be some intervention as soon as a deadly weapon appeared.
Yeah. So Belair gets the scissors, and she starts cutting chunks out of Becky Lynch's hair. Now, here comes Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville and 3 or 4 different referees in the ring, and now they're standing there around her waving their arms. Not one of them lays a hand on Bianca Belair. They do not touch her. They do not physically restrain her. They do not try to block the scissors. They don't grab her and pull her off. They just stand there and wave their arms. She cuts a bit more hair, and then she leaves, holding the hair up. So now the heel, and I can understand the heel wanting to cut off the ponytail and trying to do it. That's the implied heat. It's not her fault that she didn't accomplish it. She tried to, and the referees and Adam Pearce and whoever stopped her, that no good bitch, Becky Lynch, tried to cut her ponytail off. The effort, I learned this early on when I got into business also, the effort of the heel in trying to his best that he possibly can to do something dirty, underhanded, whatever, and being prevented by the troops, the cavalry, the referees, the baby faces making a save, whatever. That's almost as good as if he did it. But then for the babyface to turn around and actually just cut the hair on, unless Becky Lynch is going over and winning that match and I would say in fairly convincing fashion, why take the heat all off of Becky Lynch in this fucking thing when you've just tried to get some on her? Now she's a failure that has had her hair cut, and nobody even stopped her from doing it to the babyface stopped it on her own. So obviously she needs no assistance to take care of Becky Lynch. I know these people, they've never been in the wrestling business, but have they ever watched movies or TV or read a book on psychology? Did they ever go to school?
You're talking about Vince or the writers?
Ever been in a Turkish prison?
Are you talking about Vince?
The writers. I know Vince has been in a Turkish prison. I'm not talking about that now.
And he liked it.
So after that, what did you think of this?
It was interesting. I got intrigued. I was hoping she would cut closer to the roots, just because it would be funny looking.
Oh, come on.
I mean, if they're not building to her getting the ponytail cut, it's interesting they would do this to build to the match a week out of a WrestleMania match that there isn't a lot of buzz about. I don't know. If they're not cutting her hair, why would they just have her go out there and just cut chunks out of Becky Lynch's hair? Unless Becky just, got lice and said, I got to cut my hair this week. And they said, okay, we're going to do some kind of angle.
Do you think that's why Seth is acting that way?
Lice?
Lice?
Huh, interesting. Brain lice?
I was thinking maybe it's an earwig. It's so slowly eating his brain. I don't know. I'm just going to cross off all of that stuff that I've just said. And there we go. And yeah, and let's cross that off too. And by the way, I quit on the program after that. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. Did I miss anything? Because I quit. I couldn't do it anymore.
Well, the only other thing I remember, and I watched, I think, most of the show, but some of it you just don't remember, and it was hours ago at this point as we're recording. But Edge did a very theatrical promo in what may have been Malachi Black's studio, I'm not sure, sitting at a table explaining why he is now Evil Edge. But that was really it.
So another promo was the only other highlight of the program to go along with the 4 other promos that we just covered.
And then there was a big tag team extravaganza with a bunch of the tag teams that I don't give a shit about. Like RK Bro. And it stinks. But, I look on the bright side. At least I started the day with a good breakfast.
Well, that is a positive every time. And you don't have to just start the day with breakfast, Brian, because everybody knows that breakfast is a meal you can eat anytime. You can eat it for dinner. You can eat it for lunch. You can eat it for breakfast. Many people do. And you can also just snack around the house at any point in time. I'm not talking about just carrying around some yellow, runny, over easy fried eggs and bacon in your pocket for whenever you need some. I'm not talking about sitting down to sausage biscuits 5 times a day. Well, you would end up looking very corpulent if you were to do such a thing. But thanks to our fine friends at Magic Spoon, you can pretty much eat breakfast 24 hours a day and not feel guilty nor look like you've just eaten a giant goddamn waterbed. Because Magic Spoon has all of the taste that you love about cereal, but none of the sugar and the junk. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Only 140 calories a serving. Keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low carb. You can pour it in a bowl and eat it with milk. You can pour it in a bowl and eat it with cold Sprite Zero. You can carry a bag of this around.
Don't do that. That sounds awful.
You could if you wanted to. You can carry a bag of it around and munch on it like an old man wearing a raincoat walking around the park munching on suspicious popcorn. You can do whatever you want with the Magic Spoon because you're not going to... Suspicious popcorn. Have you ever seen what's in those bags that the old men carry around when they're wearing the raincoats?
No, how did you see it?
You know this one guy, he had pant legs. No pants, just pant legs. They were tied around his knees. But when he opened his coat, boy, did you get a surprise. He's been on the Magic Spoon. He had a svelte figure.
Well, no.
Folks, you don't want to look like that your waistline has a coastline. You don't want to be so fat you've got your own gravitational pull. You don't want to be so giant and massive that the space shuttle is sending back the first known photos of the north side of your waistline. Folks, get in shape and feel healthy and good. And wake up every day with a smile on your face, a song on your lips, and who knows what on your face from the night before. Possibly egg in some cases, or something else that's equally as runny and viscous. Anyway, magicspoon.com/Jim is where you need to go to grab a custom bundle of cereal, because you can build your own bundle from the aforementioned flavors like Kodo, that's in development right now. We don't want to tell you what's in it.
Kodo Ibushi.
Yeah, plenty of his fucking keto is in it. Cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and maple waffle are available now. And you can build your own bundle. Use the code, or magicspoon.com/Jim. Use the code Jim to save $5 off at checkout. It's backed with the 100% happiness guarantee. If you don't get a happy ending off of this, they will refund your money, no questions asked. So it's guilt-free cereal. You never want guilt after a happy ending. magicspoon.com/Jim. Every bowl of Magic Spoon ends. When you get to the bottom and you get to the end, you're happy. Every bowl of Magic Spoon comes with a guaranteed happy ending, folks. magicspoon.com/Jim. Use the code Jim. Save that $5 off. You always want to save $5 on a happy ending.